Yukarisu lives. My girl Yukarisu actually lives. I was actually afraid they were going to take her out. I just felt like she was hit by like a disintegration dart or something like that. They must have to be like unconscious or something like that. But yes, boy Mitsuba taking care of her. She lives. But yes, episode 6 of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Pretty decent episode. I think the nugget for me, like story-wise, was probably the whole situation with the sister. It just feels wrong. Like, if you really sit down and think about what this girl has been through her entire life, it's like it's trying to make it funny with the fact that Ichigo's like, I gotta be V3. But it's like, but you ruined her life. Like, her entire life up until high school, this followed her. She had no friends, but I have to be V3. It's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Anyways, let's get the episode proper. Opening up the episode with, the fight against the spider. And again, Yukarisu, best girl. She's not best girl. I'm sorry. It's tackle. But second best girl, jumping in there, trying to protect everybody before everybody starts taking turns trying to take the lead. And then, yes, Tojima stepping forward. The Kamen Rider does not flee. In episode 3, you have to like cite it. In episode 3, during the battle with blah, 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 he never runs away. And then punch. And it actually works. It was dorky. But it actually did show him in the form. I don't remember if they've ever actually shown him like personify in the form. Like Ichio pulls it off, but I don't think they've ever actually had Tojima. I don't know. Anyways, yes, knocks the guy over, and then he's like, oh crap, I'm gonna get caught by this whole incident, and decides to disintegrate everybody and run away. And look at all the people that are watching are like, oh, a bunch of people disintegrated. They must be filming something. Like, so let's keep going. Whatever. But yes, we cut over to the pub, and this is where we meet the sister, which I don't think they've ever actually mentioned the sister before. Like, we've had 3 different flashback situations with the brothers, but it never actually talks about a sister. Like, we had the whole gardener, and then we had the grandparents dying, and then we have, yes, him becoming Rider Man. But the sister was never there, which technically makes sense because it's mostly all from Mitsuba's perspective, and from the sister's perspective, it's all about Ichio. How Ichio himself absolutely ruined her life, and it's so bad. But yes, she hates his guts. And Mitsuba's there to kind of calm her down and say, hey, we need a little room in the back. You know, we're here to get something to drink or whatever. So they go in the back. I love how immediately when they start chugging drinks, I don't know, Kamen Rider fans might be able to clarify this for me. Is this actually lore that no Kamen Riders ever drank? I doubt. One of them has to have swigged a beer or something like that. They've had to have gone to a bar at some point in one of the tons of episodes of Kamen Rider. There has to be at least one swig drink. But I'll be curious about that. If that's just something maybe in the writer, they don't like the idea of alcohol being shown in Kamen Rider. Because, I mean, a lot of kids are going to be watching it. But I do know that they do kind of they are kind of for an all audience. They do want everybody watching it. But anyways, that aside, that criticism aside, yes, we have the whole wedding ceremony happen. Yukarisu, I like that. She's like, oh, that's right. Yeah, we have to address the fact that I'm a shocker. Oh, no, that's not it. You haven't said yes yet. Like, yeah, we can get married, but, you know, and I appreciate the fact that my brother pushed me because I'll probably appreciate this later, but yeah, you got to say yes. She literally like bombarded him with kissing and hearts, but never technically ever said yes. So good boy there. Good boy there. But yeah, we did get the backstory of how Yukarisu met Mitsuba at some point, and yeah, it's kind of what I was expecting. The idea that she was working to, you know, get in there and monitor him. She said that before, that I was supposed to monitor you. If I get found out, I have to kill you, that whole thing. But it was interesting to find out that she never realized the moment that she became a shocker. She said that one day she became a shocker. She doesn't know how. Which, again, I'm not really too familiar with the Kamen Rider lore and exactly how the shockers come to be. I assume they're like this whole, like, you know, you meet them in a back alley or something like that, and they, hey, you want a job? We pay it really good, but once you join, you can't leave. Like a gang, basically. I assumed it was like that. That's why whenever they call for them, they have to come, because if you don't, you get liquefied. And they probably know that. They probably have seen other shockers get liquefied by the kaijin, so they're like, we have to do this job, otherwise we're dead. We've seen them kill before. But again, it implies that just one day she's suddenly a shocker, which again, I'm kind of curious if that's just a case for all of them. Maybe they were walking home one day and suddenly the kaijin just like shot them with a dart that turns them into a shocker, and they have to follow their orders no matter what. So very interesting there. Curious to see if they get a little bit more into exactly the initiation process. They might get in that with the Yakuza guy, Nako, and the idea that they might actually recruit him. Question mark. Maybe we'll get to see that whole process. But it's a cute little story, though. Her, like, literally going to his place. He's like, yeah, we'll go out. Oh, that's that easy? Yeah, sure. You're going to get sick of me, though. And sure enough, he just blabbed on about Rider Man. And she's like, holy crap. The way that he talks so passionately about it. Again, they've kind of implied that. I love how he talks about this stuff and geeks out about it. She knows that he's part of the group because of, you know, who he is and how she's following him. It was a cute little segment. It seemed like he reverse brainwashed me, got rid of the brainwash because of how passionate he was about it. It's so dorky. I love Yukarisu. But yes, anyways, yeah, Futaba comes in there, and yes, we get the whole backstory about why Futaba herself absolutely despises him, and that's yes, that at some point in school, was it second grade or something like that? From an early age, he was trying to be V3, posing all the time, and scared away all the friends around her. They couldn't hang out with her anymore. But not only that, but they kind of get into the idea of it sort of manifesting on her as well, which I kind of wonder if that's sort of, you know, in line with everybody, again, playing as these characters and it manifesting, that it sort of affected her as well. Because everybody was, you know, avoiding him and afraid of him and seeing him as a fool, that bled onto her, which makes sense. It makes perfect sense. If they're avoiding her and they don't like him, it's obviously going to rub off on her. That sort of is a thing that happens, especially with just people trying to be nice with other people. A bullying situation, it happens all the time. If you don't like this individual, everybody avoids being around them because it's sort of like a rub-off effect. Ooh, you got their cooties. You got that sickness that they have. They're dirty, and you're going to get dirty too. That affects her. And so she never had friends. And like I said earlier, it's like, oh, this is kind of the side effect they've never really gotten into before. That all these individuals, Tojima, Yuriko, Mitsuba, all of them have been pretty much playing their entire life trying to become Kamen Rider or warriors. Yes, it doesn't really matter so much if it only affects themselves, that people think they're full or whatever. But what about the people around them? People that are just kind of bystanders, that are, you know, relatives and whatnot, that sort of see some sort of impact because of that. Futaba is that case. She didn't want this. She didn't sign up for this. So she's being affected by it. Mitsuba wanted to become V3 as well, so it's perfectly fine for him. He doesn't find it foolish. But Futaba does, and thus she's completely exiled her entire life. Again, it sucks. And it sucks because she's trying to show that frustration to him, like, you ruined my life, but I gotta be V3. You don't realize I've never had any friends, but I gotta be V3. Like, it wasn't Mitsuba, because again, Mitsuba was trying to, again, take down Ichio. Whatever he was doing probably wasn't affecting her. It was all Ichio. Ichio was the one that ruined her life. And again, he doesn't see it. Like, she even points that out. You don't even realize it. You've never realized it before, but you ruined my life. And even to today, people still give me the cold shoulder because of what you did. But I gotta be 3D. It's like, it's I just want to strangle the guy. Like, this is so sad that she's literally pouring out her heart and he just doesn't care. Screw this show for doing this. This is so bad. I think there is an element here where it's still her brother. Like, I think that's the only reason she doesn't really, like, truly, like, exile him, still allows them to come in. It's still her brother. She still loves him, just wants to beat the crap out of him because of how frustrating he is. So, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. At least she likes Mitsuba. So Mitsuba's like the, you know, curator between the two of them or whatever. Anyways, yes, they wrap up the party with them all, like, introducing each other. It seems like Yukarisu, despite being a shocker, wants to support them, even though she's going to end up dead, but Mitsuba's going to take care of her. Before we cut over to the Yakuza, which this is interesting, sort of. The fact that, yes, we have Kendra Suda, Yakuza guy, gets confronted by the Spider-Man. It seems like the Spider-Man did go back to his original form and is hiding amongst humans as a Yakuza. But yeah, apparently the Yakuza are bored. They're just doing drug deals. They don't really do anything else besides sell stuff. So like, man, we Yakuza, we don't fight anymore very much. So how about we have a little game? Let's have our guys just beat the crap out of each other. Yeah, sure. Here's $1,000,000 yen. Let's have them beat the crap out of each other. Call up Nako. And comes Kendra Suda comes in there. How old are you? I'm 44. Man, you're older than me. Are you gonna be okay? Guy comes up there. I just trained in some kung fu or judo, whatever. Just boom, boom. Like, is that whole idea of like the young Yakuza that have never really experienced much versus the old Yakuza that's been through some stuff? It's really that whole thing there. Like, this guy has seen some stuff. He's gone through stuff, and it sort of is implying that this entire time. That, like, he said it before he even came in the room. He doesn't feel alive anymore. Nako, this Yakuza guy, just doesn't feel alive anymore. It is that, again, that sense of the old timer that sees how peaceful things are now and he wants to experience something. And he, seemingly, upon wearing the mask, suddenly felt something. It felt amazing, and he wants to do that again. So yeah, his boss is trying to give him a little bit of that again. Hey, guy, get in there and just beat the crap out of these guys. And sure enough, just beat the crap out of him. It's a lot the fact that he's just willing to do anything. He's willing to be dirty. That's just like the whole, hey, better take the glasses off. They're going to get in your way. Here, take my glasses. Burn him. Just headbutt him or whatever. Yes, the sumo guy. I was wondering why the camera angle was down there. And then sure enough, right in the groin, just kicks it. They had to show it like... They had to show it. They had to show it trying to get out of the way. It's like, why'd you have to draw it trying to get out of the way? What the hell? But yes, and eventually they bring in the spider guy coming in, which I did unfortunately see the title for the next episode, so I kind of assume where it's going to go, but I hope they don't take out my Kendra Suda. Kendra Suda is just the perfect freaking Yakuza guy. I love my Kendra Suda. So every time there's a show that has a Yakuza guy, it has to be Kendra Suda. So hopefully he doesn't get killed by this guy. I'm assuming he's just going to request him to join. I don't think that... Yeah, he was unconscious, I think, back there. I don't think he ever met the Kaijin. Yeah, the Shocker knocked him out after he asked to join him, and then the Shocker got knocked out, and then the Kaijin showed up to take out the Shocker. That's what happened. So yes, this guy has never met him. Hopefully he's okay after this. Hopefully he doesn't get taken out. Anyways, that was episode 6. Pretty decent episode again, like I said earlier. Just some fun little shenanigans between them, and again, really uncomfortable situation with the sister. Again, the side effects of these individuals and the games that have turned into reality that they play. But anyways, that's my thoughts on episode 6. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content, you want to support the channel more, become a member of the channel. Until next time, y'all take care.